Hi children, I welcome you for the social class. I hope you are fine. So last class we have discussed about the lesson emergence of new kingdoms in South India, later Cholas and Pandyas. The topic is revival of Pandya kingdom. So Kadungon recovered Pandya territory from Kalapras during the 6th century. Okay, then rise of later Pandyas, Sadayavarman, Sundarapandian. So this is all the topic we have discussed in last class. So this class we are going to continue the same topic later Pandyas, the polity and society. So what is called polity? Polity means politics, the government, MLA, MP. Okay, it is called as politics. And society means the politics involved in society. Okay, so polity and society it will come under state, royal officials, administrative divisions, village administration, irrigation, religion, temple. This all will come under polity and society. Once again, the meaning of polity is politics, government. Okay, so today our topic is polity and society. So let us start the lesson. So polity and society, first we are going to see state. Okay, so state means which is our state? Tamil Nadu is our state. So like in India, how many states in India? There are 28 states in India, 8 union territories in our country. So Pandya king preferred Madurai as their capital. So before Pandya kingdom, Kurke is the capital during the 4th century. Later they shifted, Madurai is their capital. And Madurai is also called as Kudal. The Pandya kingdom, the Madurai is also called as Kudar. And the kings are traditionally they call as Kudal Kon, Kudal Nagar, Kavalan. Okay, the king they call us, the king another name they call us Kudal Kon, Kudal Nagar, Kavalan. The Pandyas derived military advantages because they got more horses. Okay, they import more horses from the Arab. So Pandya kingdom more advantages of their military. Okay, so neighboring country they got the more horses from Arab. For what purpose? Means for commercial and cultural conduct. So commercial means for business purpose. And the king claimed that he was ruling according to the Manusastra. So Pandya kingdom, how they ruled means based on the Manusastra. So at present, our India, how they are ruling our country based on constitution. So constitution means set of rules and regulations. So how many articles? 448 articles, 25 parts and 12 schedules in our constitution. Like in the ancient period, Pandya kingdom also ruled according to the Manusastra. So Manusastra is equal to constitution. Okay. So you know the story also. Madurai Pandian, Kannagi. So this also you know the story. So it is state. State means Madurai. In that period, which is the state means Madurai. At present, which is our state, Tamil Nadu. Okay, children. So next we are going to see about royal officials. So what is called royal officials? So royal official means royal officer, government officer. Okay, IAS, collector, then secretariat. So they are all government officers. So royal officials. The band of officials executed the royal order. So what is the work of royal officer means? They will execute the royal order. Who is the royal? King is a royal. For example, our Tamil Nadu is the royal chief minister. A chief minister is our royal. So chief minister order under the ministers MLA they executing the order. So in that period who is the royal means king. So king order executed by royal officers. And the prime minister they call as Uttara Mandri. At present also in our country who is the prime minister? Mr. Narendra Modi. Okay. So like in that period the prime minister is also called as Uttara Mandri. And historical personalities like Manikya Vasagar. What is historical? So they all written about our past. Okay. So historical personalities like Manikya Vasagar, Kulacharyar and Marankari worked as minister. They all minister. Who is the prime minister? Uttara Mandri. So Uttara Mandri called as ministers and prime minister, and the minister they call as Kulacharyar, Marangari and Monica Vasagar, they all worked as ministers. At present also, who is our minister? Our defense minister is Rajnath Singh. Our finance minister is Nirmala Sitharaman. Like in that period also, they appointed as ministers. The royal secretariat was known as Eluthu Mandapam. Secretariat, Tamil Nadu Secretariat. Our Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly is called as Secretariat. So like the royal means, which is mentioning the royal. The king, they call as royal. So at present, which is our royal secretariat means our Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly is our royal secretariat. So in that period, the royal secretariat was known as Eluthu Mandapam. The royal secretariat is known as Eluthu Mandapam. Okay. At present, where is located our royal secretariat? Chennai. Capital of Tamil Nadu, Chennai, St. George Fort. Okay. So it is our royal secretariat. So next we are going to see about administrative divisions. So for example, at present, a chief minister, how they are ruling our state, it is one of the example for administrative divisions. Okay, so Pandya Nadu, like Chola state. So how the Chola state ruled, before we discussed, Chola state also like divided into different provinces like Nadus, then Kurams, village, Gramam. Okay, so like that they divided into different provinces. Like Pandya Nadu also divided Valanadu, called as Valanadu, and it is divided into many Nadus and Kurams. So Valanadu means state, and the state is divided into Nadu and Kurams. Kuram means village, Nadu means district. Okay, at present if you take the example means Valanadu means state, Tamil Nadu, Nadu means district, Namakkal, and Kuram means village. Okay. And the administrative authorities of Nadu were the Natas. So who is the administrative authorities of Nadu? They called as Natas. For example, at present, who is the head of the district? IAS, Indian Administrative Service. So like the head of the Natas, Nadu, they called as Natas. Okay. Next we are going to see about village administration, how they ruled village. At present also village as the panchayat. Okay, panchayat, ward member, many person is there in our village. Like in that period also an inscription, we have the evidence inscription. Inscription is the example for material sources. So inscription from Manur. Manur is one of the place from Tirunelveli district. AD 800, which period they inscribed the inscription means AD 800. This inscription is giving the information of village administration, Pandya's village administration. So it does look similar to the Chola local governance, included village assemblies and committees. So Pandya administration also similar, same like Chola's administration. Both civil and military power seem to have been vested in the same person. So given the power, both civil and military, civil means within the country, military means border. So both civil and military power they gave same person. Okay, village administration they gave the same person. Okay. So next we are going to see the irrigation. So what is called irrigation? Supply the water for cultivation the crops is called as irrigation. So the Pandya ruler created the number of irrigation sources. Like Chola period also Kallanai Dam. It was built by Karigala Cholan. Okay. So like the Pandya time also they given the importance of irrigation. So the Pandya rulers created a number of irrigation sources either side of the river Vaigai and Tamirabarni, both the side, Vaigai and Tamirabarni, both the side. Okay, both the side channel, what is called channel, passing the water through, how we are taking the water through channel. For example, if you have the agriculture land, if you are supplying the water means how you can supply the water with help of the channel. Okay. So Pandya kingdom, both the river Vaigai and Tamirabarni, both the side channel leading to the irrigation tank were built. Both side also they built the tank. And in southern Tamil Nadu south side, like Cholas, Pandyas introduced a new irrigation technology. So what purpose irrigation? So supply the water for cultivation is called as irrigation. So irrigation works were done by local administrative bodies, local chiefs and officer. Okay. So is the control of the irrigation means local administrative bodies, local chief. Who is our local administrative bodies? Our councillor, Panchayat president, they all our local administrative bodies. They are the control of our water supply, then electricity, road facilities, they are who's the control, our local administrative, no? So like in that period also, who control local irrigation means local administrative bodies. Okay, local government, it is the control of this irrigation. And repair were mostly undertaken by local bodies. At present in your village, if any road problem or any water tank problem means who is the control? Your village panchayat. Like in that period also who is the control means same the local administration. Sometimes trader also dug out tanks for irrigation. Okay, do you understand? Sometimes ourselves also, if our needed, if we needed means what we are doing. Sometimes ourselves also we are doing some water facilities. We are taking some advantages. So in that period also, sometimes traders they dig the soil and they build for irrigation, build the tank for irrigation. Okay. So next religion. So Pandyas extended patronage. So patronage means they supported the Vedic practice, Vedic religion. And Velvikudi copper plate. So Velvikudi is one of the village, copper plate is one of the material sources. You may know, first class I discussed material sources and written sources. All the which one? Biographies, autobiographies, palm leaf, these are example for written sources. Inscriptions, monuments, coins, these are example for material sources. So Velvikudi copper plate also as well inscriptional sources mention the ritual like Ashwamedha Yaga, Iraniya Kraba and Vijayabaya Yaga conducted by every great Pandya king. All the Pandya king they conducted rituals. Okay, so rituals like Ashwamedha Yaga, Iraniya Garbha and Vajabaya Yaga. These are conducted by Pandya king. How we know means inscription, Velvikudi copper plate, they inscribed. And impartially the ruler toward both Saivism and Vaishnavism also made known in the invocatory portion inscription. So they not only the supported of Vedic religion, they supported Saivism and Vaishnavism. And temples of both sector also patronized to land grant, tax exemption and renovation. And the Pandya kingdom they supported both Saivism and Vaishnavism, and temple also they gave the free land to the temple and they didn't collect the tax, and the temple also they are renovation. So any problem, any repair is there means renovation. Okay, temple also they are renovation. And the great Saiva and Vaishnava saint Nayanmas and Alvas. The great Saivism and Vaishnavism saint Nayanmas and Alvas campaigned supported to the growth of Tamil literature and spiritual enlightenment. So Tamil knowledge, enlightenment means knowledge. So both Nayanmas and Alvas also they are supported to develop the Tamil literature. Okay. Okay children. So next we are going to see about temples. So one of the good example for temple is Meenakshi Amman temple is located in Madurai, so which is the capital of Pandya kingdom, Madurai. So medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas did not build any new temple but maintained the existing temple. Okay, so medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas both also they didn't build any temple, but already is there no old temple. So that temple alone they are developed. So they built the gobras and mandavas. So what is called gobras? See the picture. Is there no peak? So it is called as gobras. Mandava means see the picture. In down the gobras is there no? It is called as mandavas. Okay, children. So this both also developed by medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas. They didn't build any new temple. The monolithic mega size. What is called monolithic? Monolithic means mono means single and lithic means stone. So monolithic mega size ornamental pillars are one of the unique feature of the medieval Pandya style. Okay. So next we are going to see about trade. Okay, so temple not only for this Meenakshi Amman temple, they built many temple but the medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas alone, they repair the temple and enlarging the gopuras and mandavas. So you may know that which is gopuras and which is mandavas. If you are going to temple, if you can see the outside of the temple, you can see the one of the peak is called as gopuras. And when you are entering the temple, it is called as mandabas. Okay, children. So this is built by medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas. So next we are going to see about trade. So what is called trade? Trade means business. So in that period, mostly there is no any vehicle. They used horse, bullock. So like that, animals they used as a vehicle. So trade means business, commercial. So Arab settlement on the west coast of the southern India from 7th century. So Arab settlement, Arab country settled in 7th century and led to the expansion of trade connection to the east coast. Okay, so Arab settled in 7th century. So the trade also expansion to the east side, east coast. The government of the east coast, the more liberal and enlightened policy toward overseas traders. So Arab people they settled in east side. So the Pandya government they gave them more freedom to the Arab traders. Then their charters exempted traders from various type of port and tolls, toll gate, and then tax also they not collected by Pandya's government. They gave them more freedom. So now we are in end of the lesson. I hope you understood this session very well. So third lesson we have discussed about South India, later Cholas and later Pandyas. Okay children, I hope you understood. If any doubt, kindly contact my number. So next we are going to see about conclusion. Now we are in end of the lesson. Conclusion. In 13th and 14th centuries, horse trade became brisk. Okay, during 13th and 14th centuries, horse trade became brisk. Okay, so I given the picture of horse. In that period, horse trade, for trade one of the important is horse. Okay, so horse trade became brisk. And Marco Polo and Vasaf, they both also scholar. Marco Polo and Vasaf state they given the evidence horses as they need the horse of ceremonial purpose and fighting war. Okay, they given the statement of Marco Polo and Vasaf, what they are telling means for ceremonial purpose, for ritual purpose and for fighting war, they purchased more horses from Arab. And those who were trading in horses were called Kudri Chettis. Okay, who's trading business, the business person who's selling the horse, the trading person they call as Kudri Chettis. And they were active in maritime trade also. The Pandya kingdom as well as they were very active in maritime trade. What is called maritime trade? Nowadays we have the roadways, so people we are moving from one place to another place easily. But in that period people they used only the seas. Okay, so it is called as maritime trade also. They are well developed Pandya kingdom. And the busiest port town under the Pandya was Kayalpattinam. Now it is located in Thoothukudi district on the east coast. And gold coins were in circulation as the trade was carried through the medium of gold. So during in that period, the gold coin also circulation, gold coin. So now we are using the coin. In that period also they used the coin. So in that period they used gold coin also, and it was variously called as Kasu, Kalanji and Pun. The gold coin is also called as Kasu, Kalanji. So next we are going to see about recap. So third lesson we are completed. So end of the lesson, the Prime Minister was Uttaramandri. Pandya kingdom, the Prime Minister is called as Uttaramandri. And administrative authorities of Nadu. So Nadu is equal to district. So who is the head of the administrative means they called as Natas. And the Pandya ruler created a number of irrigation sources. Like Chola period, the Pandya kingdom also They constructed many irrigation sources. Fine. So children, third lesson is completed. This lesson you discussed later Cholas and later Pandyas. So later Cholas revival is Vijayalaya and later Pandyas revival is Kadungon. Okay. So next one. Answer the following. First one, write a note on village administration and religion. Second one is describe trade of Pandyas. So next we are going to see current affairs. Who is the first citizen of India? So question is very simple. Who is the first citizen of India? Our president is the first citizen of India. Who is our president? Mr. Ramnath Govind. So he is the first citizen of India. For example, after 5 years, any other person became a president of India means he is the first citizen of India. So name we don't want. Who is the first citizen of India means president is the first citizen of India. Okay. So third lesson is completed. So next lesson you are going to discuss Delhi Sultanate. It also history Delhi Sultan. Sultan means Muslim ruler, they call as Sultan. So Delhi Sultanate. I hope you understood this session very well. So next lesson will continue in the next video. Thank you.